Hey guitar lovers, little bit of a historical treat for you today, because this is pretty much where things all began for me in the vintage guitar business. This is a 1961, note that year, it's a very special year, a 1961 Gibson ES 125, and this is pretty much where I started with vintage guitars. I looked at these and I thought, this is a beautiful guitar, it's high quality, it's undervalued. So I bought into these guitars quite heavily, and of course we've seen their value go up over the years, and they've proved to be a very, very good discount. A very good investment. This particular one is 61. So 61 is quite a special year for Gibson. The necks were just lovely, nice wide neck here. I can feel it. I'm just going to measure it up for you. I'm just going to measure that up for you. And slightly flatter. So a lot of the guys really rated this 61 neck. So there you go. That is 1.69 inches, which you'll probably find is one of those magic numbers like 1 and 11/16. So people like Jimmy Page and so on really like the 61 neck, and if you've got a Les Paul with a 61 neck, you'll probably know and appreciate that. This one is just the same, so it's mahogany, one-piece neck, no volute. The colour here is a cherry sunburst, and it's just faded down a little bit, so it's just got the vintage mojo. There's a bit of all the metal on these would be nickel, so the nickel's corroded down, so it's just vintage all over. You can see here the these are Kluson 3-on-a-plate tuners with buttons, but you can see that there's a little bit of corrosion going on to the nickel. And again, it just kind of adds to the whole charm of the thing. It's perfect. It's original. It's got an original Gibson case, so yellow lined case, which to me looks original, hard case. The only one thing that I found on this guitar is that the dot on fret 9, the mother of pearl dot, has popped out. It might even be in the case if you were to look. But any luthier could pop one of those back in for you, that wouldn't be a problem. Should you be missing it, if it's not in tune. I'll tune it up in a second, you won't have to watch me doing that. Cut. And there, by the magic that is video editing, is the guitar in tune, or at least, as we would like to say, close enough for jazz. So, what we see about these guitars, fully hollow body, laminate ply, maple top, back, solid mahogany rims. One of the features of these guitars is that they're acoustically just very alive. So they're great guitars for around the house because you can noodle away to your heart's content without really disturbing anybody. But when you want to plug it in through the amp, you've got a really nice sounding guitar. Thanks to our friend the P90 pickup in the neck position, which we all know and love. Quite a warm, always a warm sound, very clear. Never, always kind of bell-like, these P90s. And just because of the kind of nature of the pickups and the electrics and the simplicity of these things, I find that you can do quite a wide range of stuff. There's somewhere I've got a loose connection, something. So what else might one play with a guitar like this? I guess one might play... So what we do is a little adjustment here because it's a bit flat. Oh yeah, so I forgot to tell you about this. This one could well have had a refret in the past. It's very hard to tell on the 125s because it's an unbound edge. So you don't really know if the edge has been disturbed or not. Bound body, single bound body, unbound headstock, and an unbound neck. I don't know. The frets, they look right. They absolutely look right, but they are open at the end, which is also what happens when they get refretted. There's quite a bit of fret wear, so I can see some good marks here. Yeah, I'm going to say that these are probably the original frets, and I'm going to guess that some people would want to refret it. Personally, I wouldn't. Just that twist on the bridge sorted it out. So I wouldn't be refretting it, but there's definitely frets. You can see where the wire's gone across the frets, so you might even be able to pick that up on the camera. So that's it. It's a 61 ES 125. T for thin, C for cutaway. Single pickup, T, C, 125.